Okay, hi everyone. Good evening and welcome to another guided newspaper practice class. Today's article is about the cyclone in Odisha, and we'll be reading and understanding some weather related vocabulary from today's article. So, the usual cycle is going to be to read the article first along with me, understand what words are difficult, and after that we'll be framing sentences and then we'll do some guided speaking. So this exercise will help you improve your language fundamentals, right? So that's the aim of these classes. Hi Vimal Dolkar, hi. So if you are here, you can give me a hi on the chat so that I can address you. And like I said, this class is aimed at improving your language fundamentals. So try and participate as much as possible. I'll get started exactly at 6 p.m. I'll just wait for a few more people to join. Okay, so if you're already there, please give me a hi on the chat. And you can also subscribe to the channel if you want to receive further such alerts without us reminding you. You can click on subscribe to get a notification when we go live. Yes. Hi Saima. Good evening. And these classes will happen every day at same time, 6 p.m. We'll pick up different articles. Hi Anne Mary. We'll pick up different articles every day. You will learn new words every day. Hi Saksham. Good evening. So this is along with the regular master classes that we're doing, and this is aimed, this is for everyone. Anybody who's writing the IELTS test at any point of time. Okay, how to start IELTS preparation with grassroots. Okay, Vimal, you can check out my YouTube content. If you're there on the WhatsApp group, you will receive such insights. You will receive alerts to master classes. So once you join a free masterclass, you will understand how the paid coaching works, and that's how you can start your coaching with grassroots. Hi Gayatri. Okay, I'll wait for one more minute, guys, and I'll get started after that. Yes. Now you can also refer other content in the same playlist of guided newspaper practice classes. So we've done over 100 classes so far. You can check the other videos out and try and understand words from those videos as well. And you can also do this entire exercise on your own by using newspaper articles. Okay? Yes. So today's newspaper article is picked up from a newspaper called The Hindu, and we'll pick up articles from similar such newspapers, and you'll find that the content is very relatable, easy to understand. Okay? Yes. So when you do more of that, you become comfortable with reading in English in general, and that also helps you eventually with framing ideas in the writing test, framing ideas in the speaking test, vocabulary and grammar. Okay? Yes. All right, great. So since some of you are here, we'll start. So the first thing that I will be doing is reading the article aloud for you, and you will just pay attention, try to understand the article as much as possible, and you may take words of notes that are difficult for you. And I'll then help you understand the article in detail, after which we'll be doing some sentence framing and then we'll do guided speaking. Okay? Alright, let's get started. Just pay attention and try doing speed reading along with me. With severe cyclonic storm Asani packing gale force winds up to 120 kilometers per hour and moving towards the east coast, bringing along heavy rain, the Odisha government on Monday planned evacuation of people residing in 4 coastal districts. The system lays centered around 550 kilometers southeast of Vishakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh and 680 kilometers southeast of Puri in Odisha at 5:30 a.m. on Monday. and was moving towards the coast at 25 kilometers per hour. A bulletin issued by the India Meteorological Department at 8:45 a.m. said. Distant warning signal 2 has been hoisted in all ports in Odisha in view of the approaching severe cyclone. The system is very likely to move northwestwards till Tuesday and reach west central and adjoining northwest Bay of Bengal of North Andhra Pradesh and Odisha coasts, the weather office said. Thereafter, it is very likely to recurve northeastwards and move towards northwest Bay of Bengal of Odisha coast. It is likely to weaken gradually into a cyclonic storm during the next 48 hours, the bulletin said. The system will not make landfall either in Odisha or Andhra Pradesh, IMD Director General had said on Sunday. He had said the cyclone will move parallel to the east coast and cause rainfall. The weather office said very high sea conditions were likely to prevail over west central and adjoining South Bay of Bengal and asked fishermen not to venture out in the region for the next couple of days. Under the influence of cyclone, coastal Odisha and adjoining areas of north coastal Andhra Pradesh and coastal West Bengal are expected to receive rainfall from Tuesday evening, the weather office said. With the IMD predicting 7 to 11 centimeters rainfall in parts of coastal Odisha, the state government has identified 15 blocks in 4 districts spread over Ganjam, Puri, Jagatsinghpur, Kendrapara, where normal life may be affected due to the downpour. Special Relief Commissioner P.K. Jena has asked the district collectors to evacuate people from the 15 blocks of safety. He said that the state does not expect wind speed above 60 kilometers per hour, but people residing in kacha houses may be vulnerable due to heavy rainfall. Mr. Jaina also asked officials concerned to admit women in advanced stages of pregnancy to hospitals before due date. Heavy rain triggered by the severe cyclone lashed several districts of South Bengal, including Kolkata, North and South 24 Parganas, Howrah, Mednipur and Nadia on Monday morning, a Met official said. Rainfall may increase as the day progresses. There are predictions of heavy rainfall and thunderstorms. We advise people to stay in safe places during rainfall, he said. Okay, so we'll read, that's about it. That's the whole article. So it's pretty simple to understand that the whole article is about how the Odisha government is acting upon the current rainfall situation there, and they're also telling us where else can the rainfall be and how it is going to affect normal life. That's what the article is all about, right? So I hope you all understood the article. Yes, Vimal, Saima, Swati, Hai, Gayatri, Dolkar and Mary, I hope you understood the article. Yes? Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes, you understood the article? Yeah, great. All right. Great. Yes, all of you understood the article. So, since you read the article along with me, can you also tell me some new words that you picked up? Yes, can you text that with me? Yes, can you send that as a message? Great. Okay, yes, so let me help you figure out what these gale force winds, that's a new word. Evacuation, that's a new word. Bulletin, that's something that we don't see very often. Hoisted, also a new word. Adjoining, recurve, weaken, these are some new words. Landfall, okay. Venture out, a good phrasal verbs. Expected, expected, and what else do we have? Vulnerable, vulnerable, that's a new word again. Prediction, also a new word. Yes, correct. Good. Reside, absolutely good. Good, Vimal. Very good. Triggered, also something that is less common. Can the others also add these words? Can you also tell me what other words that were new to you? Okay, great. Alright, fine. So let's try to understand the article a little more in detail. Let's just deep dive a bit. I will try and explain each sentence in detail, and I'll also tell the meaning of these words and how you can use them in your IELTS test. Okay, so let's start with the first sentence. With severe cyclonic storm Asani packing, packing as in it's an adjective. So by packing they mean full of force, full of strength. Gale force winds. Gale is something that's a storm. So to the extent of a storm, gale force winds up to 120, this is the wind speed, up to 120 kilometers per hour and moving towards the east coast, bringing together heavy rain. The Odisha government on Monday planned evacuation of people residing in 4 coastal districts. What is evacuation? Removal of people, removal of habitation from there. So you are trying to move them to another place. That's called evacuation. Okay, so that's the meaning of, it's a noun. Evacuate is the verb, evacuation is the noun. Residing, living, it's a less common word for living in 4 coastal districts. The system lays centered around 5. So this is where the storm is. They're giving the location of the storm. A bulletin issued by the India Meteorological Department at 8:45 a.m. Bulletin is anything that's a news item, anything that's a news update. That's called a bulletin. Okay, so anything that you can consider, even let's say you live in a society, a high-rise building, you get some update, that's also considered a bulletin. Okay, so we learned 3 words: evacuation, residing, and bulletin. Okay, now let's move ahead. Distant, far away, distant. Warning signal 2 has been hoisted, as in announced, has been raised in all ports. Ports of Odisha, I'm sure you know what a port means. Anything that is on the sea coast, that is a central point for all ships to meet and leave, right? In view of the approaching, something that's coming nearer, that's approaching severe cyclone. The system is very likely. Likely means it is going to happen. That's something that's more possible. To move northwestwards till Tuesday and reach west central and adjoining, adjacent, next to, that's adjoining. Also an adjective. Northwest Bay of Bengal of North Andhra Pradesh and Odisha coasts, the weather office said. So what words did we learn now? So the most important thing for you now is to note these words down and try framing sentences on your own. That's how you will learn and remember these words most importantly. So we learned adjoining, residing, evacuation, bulletin. We also learned distant, far away, okay, approaching. We learned these words. Great. So let's move ahead with the article now. Therefore, it is very likely to recurve, come back, northeastwards and move towards northwest Bay of Bengal off Odisha coasts. It is likely to weaken gradually, come down in strength, into a cyclonic storm during the next 48 hours. Okay, so until now, are you guys okay? Can you give me a thumbs up? You understood these words? Yes, all of you? Good job. Good that you are also good, Dolkar and Mary. Nice, you're adding new words to your vocabulary. This is how you learn new vocabulary. Okay, okay, nice, great. Let's move forward. The system will not make landfall. What is landfall? So when a storm touches the land, that's called landfall. Either, so it says that this particular storm is not going to touch the land either in Odisha or Andhra Pradesh. That's what the update is. He had said the cyclone will move parallel to east coast and cause rainfall. The weather office said very high sea conditions were likely to exist over west central and adjoining South Bay of Bengal, and asked fishermen not to venture out, go out, venture out, go out. Okay, so it's for example, during the pandemic, it is important that we don't venture out unless it is absolutely necessary. Venture out, that's the meaning. Good, good, and Mary Dolkar. Good that you guys are with me. I also hope the others are with me. Great. Under the influence of the cyclone, under the influence, something that is causing the cyclone. Okay, for example, I am influencing you to learn new words, or under my influence, you are able to learn new words. Under the influence of the cyclone, coastal Odisha and adjoining areas of north coastal Andhra Pradesh and coastal West Bengal are expected. Something that is bound to happen, something that you are thinking will happen, expected. All of you expect a good result in your IELTS test, right? Yeah. With the IMD predicting, again predicting, that telling something will happen. So what do you predict about today's IPL match? What do you predict about today's weather? How much score are you predicting for yourself in your IELTS test? That's predicting, telling something that may happen. Okay, so you're guessing something and trying to say that this is what will happen. That's called predicting. Okay, something that astrologers do, they predict what your future has. Okay, so that's what the IMD did. They predicted 7 to 11 centimeter rainfall in these places where normal life may be impacted. They will not be able to lead a normal life. Now, this guy has asked district collectors to evacuate people. Just what we saw earlier, we saw evacuation, and now we are seeing evacuate. This is a verb. Evacuate is a verb. Evacuation is a noun. Now, he said that state does not expect wind speed, okay, wind speed above 60 kilometers, but people residing in kacha houses, anything that does not have concrete, may be vulnerable, again, may be affected. Vulnerable is someone who is easily affected due to heavy rainfall. Now, so this person has asked officials concerned, involved, to admit women in advanced stages before due date, and they're saying that it can trigger heavy rainfall in West Bengal as well. Now, rainfall may increase as the day progresses. As the day goes by, progresses. So look at how some less common words are used so easily in the article, right? Progress, reside, venture out, expected, predicted. All these are ways to paraphrase. If you can see, there's so much paraphrasing in this article already. Okay, we advise people to stay in safe. Advise with an S is a verb. Advice with a C is a noun. I give people advice. I advise people. That's the difference. Okay, so that's also the difference here. So it's advise as a verb. So did you guys understand the article now? Did you understand the words a little better? Yes? All of you, give me a thumbs up again if you understood that. Yes. Okay, good, good. Coastal is anything that's close to the shore. Dolkar, good. But remember, these are words that are more common in your task too, not so much in your other areas of the test. Unless you have a weather specific question, you will not be using these words. Okay? Of course, some of them are common, like reside, affected, expected, triggered, evacuate, or let's say vulnerable. All these are words that you will keep using, but not so much the others. Good. Saksham, good. Very good. Nice. Okay. Great. So, can you try framing a few sentences now? Let's do that. Now that you have read the article, now that you've understood these words, the, the most important thing to do here is to practice. So, the moment you start practicing writing down words, that's when you will improve your writing skills as well. And then we do guided speaking. Okay? Great. So, are you guys ready? Let's try practicing writing a few sentences with these words. Before that, everyone else is okay? Yes, and maybe good. Good. Okay. Great. So let's get started now. All right? Yeah. So I'm going to give you a word and you are going to frame a sentence with that. So let's use this word called expect. Okay? Expect. It's a verb. I told you the meaning of that word already. I'm not going to repeat. So use this word expect as a verb, not expectation, that's a noun. So expect as a verb and frame a sentence and let me know on the chat. Come on. That's the word for you, expect. Expect means to think that something will happen a certain way. That's expect. Okay. Come on, try. Yes, try. Saksham, Dorkar, Anne Mary, Saima, Vimal, Gayatri, Sana. Who else is there in the class? If you're there, give me a sentence with expect. Let me start. Very good sentence. I expect you to respond to my questions. That's a way to say, use the word expect. We expected you to come early. Good sentence. Very good sentence. Past tense. Nice. Anyone else who has a sentence? Yeah. Okay. Let's do another word. Let's do another word. Vulnerable. Vulnerable. That's the word. Vulnerable. It's an adjective. It means someone or something that is affected way too quickly. That's vulnerable. Okay? Come on. Think about a sentence with vulnerable. People expected more from the government, but the government did not deliver. I expect 7 bands. Expect rain in the evening without an S. And maybe very good sentence, Saksham. Compound sentence as well. Good job there. Good job. Now, your word is now changed. Vulnerable. Vulnerable, that's the word. Very good sentence again, Saksham. Driving without at article A has to be there. Driving without a helmet makes a person more vulnerable to an injury. Okay, to injuries also. Okay, Homeless people are vulnerable to communicable diseases. Very good sentence, you guys. Great sentences. Mr. Joy is affected with a vulnerable disease. Or you can just say Mr. Joy is just more vulnerable compared to others in terms of catching diseases and Mary. Okay? Okay, good sentences, guys. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. Right. Um, hmm. Let's do, what can be the other word here? We learned a lot of new words. Yeah. Yeah, let's do predict. Okay? Predict as a verb. Prediction is a noun. Let's do predict. There's so many words that I want to give you, but this one is also a good one. Predict is a verb. To say that something will happen a certain way. That's predict. Yes. Okay. Good. Life is vulnerable for poor people. Okay, you can just say that poor people are more vulnerable in general. Good job, Gayatri. Very good. Hmm. The palmist predicted that I'd be a rich person. Okay, good. Predicted. Past tense again. I want the situation to become more predictable. Very good sentence, but predictable is an adjective. I want the situations to become more predictable. That's your sentence, Gayatri, but a very good one. Smart way of using it as an adjective as well. The astrologer predicted that the Indian cricket team will win the World Cup next year. Okay, I'm going to pin that message now. May that sentence come true, right? Okay, good one, Saksham. Nice. Okay, so now that you guys are doing well with sentences, let's do guided speaking. Okay, and after that, towards the end, we'll do some writing, some more writing. Okay, so I'm not going to do guided speaking of the whole article because of shortage of time. We'll just try and do a little bit, and you will repeat it with the same kind of pauses, same kind of stresses, same pronunciation. Remember, so when you learn these things, when you learn the way your pitch should be up and down, when you speak a sentence, you will score well in the pronunciation area of the speaking test. Okay, so let's start now. And you will do this after me. You can also do this along with me if you're confident. Right, let's get started now. With severe cyclonic storm Asani packing gale force winds, up to 120 kilometers per hour, and moving towards the east coast, bringing along heavy rain, the government, okay, government. On Monday, planned evacuation of people residing in 4 coastal districts. Evacuation of people residing in 4 coastal districts. Let's move forward. Distant, 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 warning signal 2 has been hoisted, hoisted in all ports in Odisha In view of the approaching severe cyclone. In view of, because of, okay? In view of the approaching severe cyclone. The system is very likely to move northwestwards till Tuesday and reach west central and adjoining northwest Bay of Bengal off North Andhra Pradesh and Odisha coasts, the weather office said. Read it. Adjoining. Thereafter, after that, it is very likely to recurve northeastwards and move towards northwest Bay of Bengal of Odisha coast. It is likely to weaken gradually, slowly, gradually, into a cyclonic storm during the next 48 hours, the bulletin said. Okay, let's do some more. The system will not make landfall either in Odisha or Andhra Pradesh. IMD director had said on Sunday. Good. Nice. He said the cyclone will move parallel to the east coast and cause rainfall. Parallel. Okay. The weather office said very high sea conditions were likely to prevail over west central and adjoining South Bay of Bengal and asked fishermen not to venture out in the region for the next couple of days. Venture out, go out. Look at how a simple word is being used. Yes. For the next couple of days. Okay? Great. So did you do the speaking along with me? Did you guys do it with the same tone, stress, pause, pronunciation? Yes? Did you do it? Quick reminder, you can subscribe so that I don't have to keep reminding you about these classes. Since they're going to happen pretty much every day, it'll be good if you just subscribe to the channel and just receive an alert and join directly from the notifications that you receive. Okay? Yeah. But did you do it? Did you do the speaking? That's how you improve your confidence to speak as well. And this is something that you can do on your own if you want more practice, or keep joining our guided newspaper classes. Yes. Did you guys do it? Gayatri, Saksham, yes. Good. Dolka did it. And Mary, you did it. Okay. Alright. Yes. All right, great. Good that all of you did it along with me. Good job. Good job. So now we are at the end of the class. We'll do some writing. Okay? So I'm going to ask you a question. You will try framing your opinion and try writing a complete sentence, a full sentence. Try writing a complex or a compound sentence. So your question is this: do you think the rural areas are the most affected because of bad weather conditions? That's your question. I'm going to pin that chat for you so that you are able to see the question. That's your question. So, do you think, and you will have to answer why as well. So, if you think yes, why? If you think no, why? Do you think the rural areas are most affected because of bad weather conditions? Yeah, great, good job, Saksham and Mary Tulkar. Yes. Okay. Gayatri, good job. Sana, yes. Saima, very good. Good that you guys participated. Good that you guys are learning. Okay. Great. Yes. Can I have answers to the question now? Yeah. Try framing a complete sentence. Try reasoning out the answer. That's most important. Okay? Okay. Great. So that also brings me to the end of today's guided newspaper practice class. So you can try and look at this video if you missed this. If you are watching this as a recording, you can watch the whole thing, do the exercise on your own, and try framing sentences and put the messages on the chat. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow with another practice. But if you want me to do a live masterclass, you can join the WhatsApp group and wait for my alerts, or you can also fill up the admissions form if you want to be a part of my paid coaching programs. Okay, great. Great. So I'll wait for your sentences and I'll see you tomorrow again with another topic. All right. Bye bye then. Have a good evening.